Okay, number 10. Classify each triangle. Okay, we need to classify it by its angles and its sides. First of all, we need to find out this missing angle here. So I've got 37 and 53, and those together, that gives me 90. So that means this angle here must be 90, so that's a right angle. So I'm going to call this right angle. And then we need to classify it by its sides. 3, 4, 5, they're all different. That name is scalene. So that's a right scalene triangle. Over here, I've got 40 and 70. I need to find this angle over here. 40 plus 70 is 110. 180 minus 110 is 70, so this is also 70 over here. That tells me that these two angles are the same. If these angles are the same, we know that the sides across from them are the same. And since this one's 40, that one's different, so we've got two that are the same, so that's going to be isosceles. And since they're all less than 90 degrees, that's going to be acute isosceles. Okay, and then over here, well, right now I see that one of these angles is 105, so I know right away that's going to be obtuse. And I've got 1, 2, 3 tick marks. They're all different, so that's also going to be a scalene triangle. So obtuse, scalene. Alright, number 11. Find the measure of angle ABC. ABC, this angle right here is what we're looking for. Okay, so a little loop there, that's what we're looking for. Okay, now in this we've got two parallel lines here. And we can draw another parallel line right in the middle here. And turn this into two problems with parallel lines and a transversal. If this is the transversal going through the two parallel lines, we know that this angle can be congruent to this angle here, so this is also 48 degrees. Okay, and on this side, we've got these angles here. This is 34. This is going to be 34 right here. Interior angles. So that's 34 degrees and 48 degrees. So to find the measure of angle ABC, we just add them together. 48 plus 34 is 82. So the measure of angle ABC is 82 degrees. Number 12, find the measure of angle 1. Okay, again, these are congruent, so that means this angle is congruent to this angle. This is 56, so is this. And we need to find angle 1. We know that all three of these add up to 180, so we're going to do 56 times 2, or 56 plus 56, any way you want. That's 112. I'll do 180 minus 112 is 68. Measure of angle 1 equals 68 degrees. Alright, find the measure of angle 1 and angle 2. Okay, so we have these tick marks here. That means this angle is congruent to this one. So to find out this angle, what we can do is subtract 48 from 180, and that will be 132 for these two angles down here. Since they're the same, if I just divide 132 by 2, that will give me 66. 66 is going to go here, and 66 is going to go here. And if you add those together, you'll see that that's 180. So now, the easiest way to do this, we see that this is a linear pair. These two angles here are going to add up to 180. So if I just do 180 minus 66, that will give me 114 measure of angle 1 equals 114, and the measure of angle 2 equals 66. And that's your answer. 14. Find the measure of angle 1 and the measure of angle 2. Okay. Again, we've got an isosceles triangle here. I think it's a good idea when you see those, and you'd see this, even if it's this big triangle here, go ahead and go across from here. I'm going to put 2 because I've already got 1 up there. This angle across from this is going to be the same as this angle across from this. Let's go ahead and make that right there. Okay? So, now, how do we do this? Well, let's see. I already know that those are the same. I can take a 50 and put it right here, because these have the same number of tick marks on them. So I've got 100. These are the same here. So let's find out how much I have left. 180 minus 100 for the top angle gives us 80 to be split between these two. So 80 divided by 2 equals 40. So angle 2 is 40 degrees. And angle over here is also 40. Now we need to find a measure of angle 1. Well, we've got 50 plus 40 already, so 50 plus 40 equals 90. Subtract 180 from 90, or 90 from 180. That gives me 90 for the measure of angle 1. So this is 90 degrees. Measure of angle 1 equals 90. Measure of angle 2 equals 40 degrees. And those are your answers for number 14. And now 15. Find the measure of angle 1 and the measure of angle 2. Okay, let's just take this step by step. We've got our tick marks here. That means this angle. Let's go over to this one. So this is 46, so is this. Okay, let's stop there. Let's find the measure of angle 1. 180 right here. So we're going to do 46 plus 46. That's 92. And 180 minus 92 equals 88. So that's the measure of angle 1. Measure of angle 1 equals 88. Now let's find the measure of angle 2. This is 46, so is this. Okay, and we know that these two angles, because they're across from congruent sides, are also congruent. So this time we'll do it a little bit differently. We're going to do this. We know that, again, 180 here. I'm going to subtract the 46 that I have, and that gives me 134. Okay, and that's two angles add up to 134, so divide that by 2, and that'll be 67. So the measure of angle 1 is 88, the measure of angle 2 equals 67. You want to check your answers, you can. 67 and 67. Add those into your calculator, and you should come up with 180 here. It should come up with 180 over here. Okay, 16. Solve for x, write the equation, show all the work. Okay, I think it'll be a good idea to find this angle measure over here. So let's see, I've got 50 plus 65. Showing all my work. It's 115 so far. All three have to be 180, so 180 minus 115 equals 65. And 65 goes right here. Now that should tell you something. These are the same, so let's make those congruent. If those are the same, then we know that the one across from it here is the same as the one over here. So that's how we find x. 4x plus 10 equals 8x plus 6. Solve for x. I think you all know this by now. 10 equals 4x plus 6. Subtract 6 from both sides. 4 equals 4x. Divide both both sides by 4, x equals 1. Is that what I had to find? Yes, it is. Answer is x equals 1 or 1 equals x. Works either way. 17. Find the value of x. Okay, now if you'll recall, this is known as an exterior angle. It's equal to the sum of the two remote interior angles. So to find x, all I have to do is add them together. So 35 plus 80 is 115. So the measure, well, when I need to measure, it's just going to be x equals 115. Okay, 18, we're also supposed to find the value of x. Again, this is an exterior angle. These are remote interior. These two together are going to add up to this one out here. So 2x plus 49 equals 6x minus 5. Get x on one side. 49 equals 4x minus 5. I'm going to add 5 to both sides. 54 equals 4x. Divide by 4. 13.5. So x equals 13.5. It is possible to get a decimal. Alright, angle A and angle B are complementary. Oh, that's an important word, complementary. Measure of angle B equals 5 times 2x minus 4, and measure of angle A equals 50 plus 2x. What is the measure of angle A? Okay, write the equation, show will work. Okay, equation. Okay, they're complementary. That means these two angles add up to 90. So we're going to say 5 times 2x minus 4 plus 50 plus 2x equals 90. Okay, first we're going to get rid of the parentheses. 5 times 2x is 10x minus 5 times 4 is 20 plus 50 plus 2x equals 90. Combine like terms, I got a 10x and a 2x, so that's 12x. I got a negative 20 and positive 30 is plus 30 equals 90. Subtract 30 from both sides. 12x equals 60. Divide by 12. Divide by 12. X equals 5. Okay, but let's see. They want the measure of angle A, so this measure of angle A, so I'm going to have to plug 5 into this. So the measure of angle A equals 50 plus 2x. Okay, I'm going to substitute 5 for the x, plus 2 times 5 equals 50 plus 10 equals 60. So the measure of angle A equals 60.